Well, boys, welcome back to Deep Dive Survivor. Here we are now on May 24th weekend. We came down to the farm and the day is half gone. It's 3:30 in the afternoon and it's only 6 degrees Celsius. The winds are blowing 75. It's raining on a 45 and we put $80 worth of gas in the Corolla. We put $20 worth of gas in the quad and helped out my brother first thing this morning. But before we did that, I had to clean out the whole kitchen. There was a major disaster there because my daughter had a bake-a-thon in the kitchen there last night and everything was concreted on, like flour and water turns to concrete. And you damn near need a hammer and chisel to get everything cleaned up and the cupboards wiped down and all the things friggin' cleaned up so you can make a brunch for your own selves. And then he goes over and he helps your brother and then he loads everything up and gasses everything up. He gets down here and guess what? You forgot all your winter gear and your rain gear because you were out with your buddy Murph a few days before and you got soaking wet on the quad. Everything had to be taken out the quad. So now you're here on the farm hoping to get something done and you know it's enough to friggin' skin you. But this is the life of a single dad, deep dive survivor. And in these situations you can do two things. You can either laugh or you can cry. And today we're gonna laugh about it. We're just gonna unload the quad. We're gonna go out and get soaked, freezing, friggin' enough to skin you out there, and we're gonna keep a smile on our faces. First thing we're gonna do is try to load up that picnic table that I built down here in winter, like 4 months ago in the middle of the winter season here. Brand new picnic table still sitting in the grass there right next to the road. We're going to throw that on the old quad logging trailer that I got there from the boys out in Marysville, and we're going to tow it up into the clearing and we're going to offload she, and then we're going to start loading up logs and we're going to start hauling it down to the road here because the environmental professionals are telling us that this year is going to be another major drought. It's going to be just like last year, hot, dry, no fires, no driving quads in the woods, no laughing, no smiling, and no Pepsi. Like my brother just told me there this morning. Well, you can have a drop of Pepsi, but other than that, it's going to be a hot, dry summer and we're going to be swimming and doing all our fun summer activities instead of trying to get the farm on the go like we really wants to do. But anyways, there will be time, there will be success. One way or another, we never give up. We always keep pushing forward with a smile on our face and just friggin' grin and bear it, man. There's nothing that can stop us, man. Don't ever give up. All right, so let's see if the quad will start now because she'll definitely start because she's a Honda. But let's get her offloaded and there she is in the back there. See, just waiting to friggin', all you gotta do is shake the keys at it and she goes run. She's just waiting to go to work, same as I am. But I'm gonna be froze to death. But anyways, let's go see what we can get done here today. So the first thing, when you get the quad offloaded off the trailer, it flies up here in the clearing and you get your logging trailer hooked up. The first thing you'll recognize or realize is the old quad tires on the logging trailer won't hold any air. So what we had to do is get a $20 high-speed tire inflator from Canadian Tire, put that aboard the trunk of the car there, and then you just got to pull up next to the car and inflate your tires first thing right off the sod. So let's get that going. This is only step 2, man. Just keep going, man. Just keep going. Never give up. Step 3 is lose the air cap to the tire on the first tire that you just inflated. Let's get on to the second tire now, see if we can try not to lose that air cap. Alright, we got about 10 or 11 psi in these quad tires, and that air cap just took flight. It's absolutely gone. Checked all my pockets, checked inside the car, checked under the car. It's gone, disappeared, vanished into thin air. And this is what happens when you're trying to field calls from your daughter while you're trying to air up a few things, and you know. Just keep going, man. Just wipe the snots off your friggin' nose and keep going. Step number 4, forget to shut the car off and leave it running, or run back and shut her off. Oh, we left her running. Okay, the car shut off. Oh, wait. Slam the door, lock it, continue on. Get over here, power lift a friggin' picnic table onto the logging trailer, throw a strap on sheet, and try to get it up into the clearing. Picnic table weighs about 250 pounds. It's just been here soaking up water. Didn't have time to stain it, or paint it, or anything like that. We're gonna get it aboard the trailer somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying, boys? There's nothing that can stop you, man. If you want to achieve something, just do it. Just power lift it. Get it on the trailer. Don't even bother to throw a strap on it. We're going up over the hill. It's only a 13% grade. She's on there bar tight. I'll hardly be able to get it off there. It's on there that tight. So we're going to take our time now in first gear, bring it up into the clearing, set up a picnic table so we can have picnics for our own selves. Aye. See what I'm saying, boys? You do a little bit of power lifting, and you get up in the woods, and the woods are sheltering you a little bit. You wipe away your tears and just keep a smile on your face, and you can get the picnic table up into the clearing, man. Just watch me do it. It doesn't matter if there's branches sticking up everywhere in the trail, because I never had time to do any trail maintenance yet. Watch out for the branches that are going to hit you in the face. Still got the picnic table on board. Come on, man. Yeehaw! There's nothing that can stop us. Hit subscribe right now. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. And then 10,000, and then 100,000 subscribers! Woo! Let's freaking go, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Come on. Just look at it. It's following me up the hill. Come on, Honda. Drive us up the hill, boy. Drive us up the hill. Where are we going to set up the picnic table to, boys? Right there by the wood chipper, or what? Is this even recording? What is going on here? We're going to set it up over in this area over here. This general area over here. See, that's what I'm talking about. True grit and determination. You can literally achieve whatever you want in this world. Just don't give up, man. Figure out a way and get her done. Oh, how are we going to hoist this up off of that trailer there now without straining our back and stretching our sack? We might have to edit that part out, I'm not sure yet. But anyways, we're going to set it up right here. And we're going to put it right next to this freaking wood chipper here. And it's going to be a good spot for cook-ups and fry-ups and boil-ups and all the friggin' ups, right? Nothing but up from here. Another thing you normally forget when your memory's bad from a diving accident is your tripod. So you're down here trying to make YouTube videos, you got nothing to hold your camera onto, man. So now you guys are set up on a tree stump at ground level, and I'm going to try to hoist this friggin' picnic table off the trailer right now. How are we going to do it? I don't know. I've never done this before, but we can do it. We'll figure out a friggin' way, man. All we got to do is get this up on top of this here and give it the big old heave ho. Like this here. And like this here. Oh, she caught up on the tire there, bud. She caught up on the tire. And this is the part where you stretch your back. Oh. You start injuring yourself. You know? How about if you just friggin' do it the easy way like this here? You stand that up like that there. Now the quad's in the way. We can't turn around because we got way too much brush here. So we're gonna have to manhandle this. We'll manhandle the trailer out the way like that there. Get a couple of splinters off of it. You catch hold to it. It helps if you let out a few grunts like that too, like gives you the strength and the friggin' power that you need out here, right? You're by yourself and you can just grunt away. It's only YouTube. There are about 300 million people watching me because I'm going to be one of the top YouTubers, guys. I ain't going to stop at that either. And now we continue on as if we were normal. Start power lifting logs onto the trailer. We'll have to put a strap on it because we don't want to beat up the brand new quad. You're going down over the hill, hitting the jumps. The logs are going to come up, slam into your muffler, beat the brake light off it, smash the $500 2-up seat that you got off of Amazon. But by the way, boys, if you're buying a Honda quad, they will put a 2-up seat on there for 500 bucks. If you think you're going to save some money on Amazon buying your own and installing it yourself, it's the same price. I found out the hard way on that one. And just like that, we got ourselves a picnic table. Alright folks, step number 6 or 7. I had to say it, I know that trend is gone, but 6 or 7. We're going to try to hoist these logs now that weigh probably about 378 pounds. Right now I'm 211 pounds. So that's only about 150 pounds heavier than what I am. And I did like one partial workout. So a couple of stretches, a couple of these, a couple of those, a couple of friggin' these, a couple of those, and a couple of these is all we're gonna need. Now we're gonna roll these friggin', oh man, this is gonna hurt, man. This is not a friggin' bright idea, man. This is way too heavy for a guy, for a fella. But we're gonna give it a friggin' attempt here, man. You don't know unless you try, right? So let's friggin' lift with our legs, not our backs. Friggin' hoist it up. Jesus. Oh. Fail on the first attempt. Now, Re-secure your footing. Try not to beat up the quad. Way too close, man. This is why the smart ones told me you're going to need a tractor. Oh yeah, you can feel it right here, right here. Instant gains. That's what we're here for. 100% success every single time. Every single day. Get these branches out of your way, like this here, and like that there. Try not to pull something, right? That's the first thing that happens when you're got a soft, cushy job, and then you comes out to the farm and tries to be a hero, throwing stuff around, thinking you're cool and funny and all this. Next thing you know, you got an injury. But everything is going to plan so far, you guys. So hit the like button, comment down below. We are making major moves here today. Major success. Every single time. Try not to snap off your ankles as you're tripping over and all the uneven ground, all the debris, tree stumps and this and that. And then we tackle the second one. This one is also a spruce. It's the upper half of that monster log we just power lifted. Come on. Come on. And we're going to do it because we never give up. Get on the trailer. Ooh. See what I'm saying? That's what we don't want to be doing. Beating up the quad. Okay, it didn't break, but it definitely took a bang. I see we got over 3 feet of overhang on the quad there now, and she's either going to take it or something's going to break. The tires are going to pop. Something's going to happen here today. That's all we got in that pile is those 2 big heavy junkers, man. Spruce. It will immediately make you second guess all your life's decisions up here in the woods, man. But like I say, if you got a mission and you believe in yourself, in your own self, you can do it, man. Just friggin' be careful. You're out here by yourself, right? You don't want to pinch your fingers or smash the quad up or, you know, snap your ankle off, right? Now we got to go up the hill a little bit, try to get a little bit more wood onto her. There's major weight in those first 2 there. We're going to throw a couple more sticks onto her at least. Alright, so we're on a 13-degree slope. We got a couple of wheel chocks on her. And step number 8 is get these couple logs here that have been soaking up water. up off the ground and haul down to the road. So we got her loaded to the nines there now, probably overloaded, but we're testing the outer limits of our lifting strength and what this 420cc Honda Rancher quad can do here today. And I think she can handle it, but we're gonna see now. We'll throw a strap on it so it doesn't come up into the back of the quad and smash everything up, and we'll see if we can get these down to the road. These are the remnants, the bottom logs of the first two piles that we hauled out of here a couple of weeks ago or a month ago with my brother-in-law. And then the rest of the piles up the hill, they're up and off the moss, and they're going to be much lighter. It's going to be a lot more fun to throw those logs around. So let's see if we can do the first transport on these logs, guys. Alright, we got one strap on there. Should be good enough. Now, how are we going to get this quad turned around with all this brush here? Nowhere to drive the quad. We're going to cut her hard over here into the woods, come in over, drive right over the brush, come down here, avoid this knobby stump right here that'll puncture all your tires and break all your hopes and dreams, and then get back on the trail over in this area and continue on down towards the road. And there's the ocean view down there that we're eventually going to have here on the farm. It's worth it. It takes thousands and thousands of hours, man hours, woman hours, to get this to come to fruition. We're gonna do it though, some way, somehow. Lesson number 1738. Don't try to haul wood uphill when the moss is wet. You're only gonna spin because you left it in two-wheel drive, you didn't put it in four-wheel drive. So now you're half jackknifed trying to get her turned around with a full load of wood on, and you're up against a tree on the front and up against tree stumps on the back. But we're going to get her figured out, man. Even if we got to go down through the woods there, get all scraped up or jumpings, we're going to get her in 4x4 for the next try. Well, folks, we got her turned around. All we had to do was drive over that big old anthill there underneath those branches. She's gonna go down. There is no other choice. Easy, girly. Easy now. Easy. 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 Okay, go on, go on. Go on if you're going. Go on, get up out of that. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Okay, easy, easy. Easy, girly. Oh, jumping, she's getting tangly. We're doing about 4.5 kilometers an hour, but we're on a steep grade here. We don't want her to get away from us high. If she started to slide, everything's a little bit wet here still. It's not ideal conditions what we're getting her done, right? You just gotta talk to her like you were talking to your horse that you used to have. Come on, girlie, come on, that's it, girl. Go on, go on. Easy, easy. Okay, go on, go on. Get up out of that now, go on. Get going through the woods now, go on, go on. Oh, easy, easy. Okay. Good girl, that's a girl. That's a good girl, yes you are, yes you are. You're getting the wood hauled down to the road, yes you are. That's a good girlies. Easy. Can you tell I'm having fun out here by my own self? Jumping, so after taking her down through the gauntlet here. There's some major ruts and humps here. We're going to test our luck here now, see what happens. Or jumping. More jumping. Give her a bit of gas. Give her a bit of gas. Give her a bit more. Oh, go on. Go on. Get going. Now cut her hard. Cut her hard. Jesus. Okay, we're down by the road, boys. As easy as that. We caught her down by the road, boys. Oh, is that good there or what? That's friggin' best kind, man. All we gotta do is power lift off about 700 pounds of logs there. But we can do it. See, we got the hard part done there now. We got the big logs down on the ground, and that's going to give us the airflow to maintain the airflow up underneath these logs so they can dry out nice. Now they're still dry, but they could have been drier if I had them up off the ground a bit better. They were on the moss and it was bone dried land where I laid them when I was cutting it all down. But if you don't have airflow, that wood is just like a sponge. It's going to soak that water right back up again. But it's going to dry out again. We got the airflow going there now, and it wasn't up there long enough to get rotted or anything. So we're going to do better. We're learning as we go, right? I learned this many years ago, but I forgot a lot of it. So we're just getting back into it now, getting back in the groove. So let's get back up on the hill. And this time here, I'm not going to load the quad and trailer up when it's facing uphill, because that was a little bit tangly. And I also don't want to have it facing downhill, so I got to position myself horizontally to the slope. Perpendicular to the slope, is it? Either way, let's go figure it out. You know, my father always said, you can't be afraid of her, boy, just don't let her throw you, right? Just get on her and give her, boy. Hang on with your legs, right? Like, don't let her throw you, that's all, right? And hang on to her, boy. Go on down the road, flat out if you want to go on down the road flat out. It's up to you, right? Alright, boys, we are at it again here now, and we are having a friggin' blast. And the wood is light, we're getting a nice fine load on shade. Now let's get her loaded up. See how light it is? It's easy. Things get easier as you go. Get the hard stuff out of the way first, and the rest of it is all gravy. Alright? Looks like we got 2 quad loads here in this pile. But boys, the Honda quads, they don't burn gas, they just like sniffs it. That's it. You can run that quad for 10 hours straight before you gotta put any fuel into it. It won't even be out of fuel then. She'll still have a bit in the tank. And it's a job to burn off a bit of fuel into her. So I'm leaving her running the whole time because she got the gas in her since last year. I'm after topping it up with fresh gas here and there. But she needs to burn off a bit because sitting with the old gas is the worst thing you can do to her. And we also got to keep in mind there's brush and all that. She's parked on a pile of brush there. Everything is wet, but I'm keeping an eye on things here that we don't spark the fire. Everything is nice and wet though. We had a couple days of rain here, so keeping an eye on things here. And she can take a fine load for herself, huh? I'm proud of her. We got her in 4x4 this time. And she's gonna go. She will go. There's just no other choice. Okay. I have to pick up these couple more big ones here. They're going to be heavy, and then we'll move on to the next pile for the next load. We just got to throw a strap on shade. It's very handy having this trunk thing here too. Normally I got a couple extra coats and sweaters, hats, gloves, all this stuff for the weather. I took it all out to dry it out and clean it. Now we're going to put one strap on Jay and give her. Right down over the hill. Flat out. No holds barred. Okay? Hopefully you can hear me over the rumble of the quad there. That's what you call a secure load for your own self. Now we got to do a hairpin turn, U-turn like this here. And try not to break anything up and try not to get stuck and all the other things, eh? What do you think of it all, folks? What do you think of it all? We're getting major work done here. We got wood piles galore. There's the next one right here. But up there we got, you know, a dozen wood piles. So lots of work here yet, just to get this clearing tidied up. And it's only just over an acre, right? So you see how much has to go into it. But the next time we come down, I'm gonna bring the jerry can full of gas for the wood chipper and get the wood chipper going flat out, and then we can tidy up all this brush, make it into wood chipped up piles, and then the fella will be able to cruise around with the quad a lot easier and get to the wood piles, right? As I was doing that U-turn there that time, and I had to go up on top of the brush pile, the quad was up on a 45. You got to get rid of the brush, man. You don't want to be flipping her over on top of your own self. Hey, easy now, easy, easy, harder, easy, easy. Okay, go on now, go on, go on, go on. That's the girl, get going, go on, get, go on. Easy, easy now, take your time, take your time. Get down over the hill, bye. Look at a fine load of wood she got on her, boys. Honda 420, man, we're getting the work done. 420 wrencher. Just all the time, Eddie. Eddie all the time. We're having this much fun, man. The next time it comes down, there's going to be 30 people saying, Dougie, you had too much fun, man. When are you going down again? We're going to show up with the crock pot, with the cold plates, with the salads, with the sandwiches, with the steaks and the barbecues, and we're going to bring the music and the set of spoons and the ugly stick and a few of the boys and a few of the boys' girlfriends and Lord, dying jumps. We're going to have a friggin' blast down here on the farm for our own selves. And I'll say, boy, just all the time, Eddie, boy. Come down whenever you want. Right? Got good neighbours here. I can't wait to build a house here, boy. After meeting most of the neighbours, well, a couple of them anyway. And it's a dream coming true every single time, boys and gals. Oh, this is the tangly part again. We're going down to the tangly part. Holy Lord, don't. Hey, don't flip her, don't flip her. Keep her on the tires. Why? Easy now, easy. It's not like bull riding, isn't it? Easy. Oh, swing her hard, swing her hard. Give her a bit more gas, give her a bit more gas. Now lock up the brakes. Lock her up solid. Wow, we landed it right where it needs to be. Perfect, 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 perfect. Just like my buddy AJ says every single time. Perfect, 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 perfect. So it reminds me of that time that one of the boys got in trouble. They had to go see the judge and all this. They woke up in the drunk tank, right? And the judge said, what the blazes were you doing, boy? You got this broke up, you got that snapped off, you woke up in the drunk tank. Well, what are you doing, boy? And he said, well, when you're on her, you're on her. You're on her. When you're having fun, man, you're having fun. That's it. You gotta try to stay out of trouble, though. That's the main thing, right? People are moving in down here with the U-Hauls. They're freaking enjoying their own selves. Right? They're down here wanting to be doing the same thing I'm doing. Oh, oh. You stack that one there and you put this one in back here. And hopefully it don't all roll down onto the road. It's going to be okay. Because it all works out in the end. Everything works out. Sometimes things are a bit stressful, but it always works out. Keep that in mind too, as well as we go through life. Hey, this video is going to be about 2 hours long, but that's all right because we're having fun. And that's the main thing, right? If you can't have fun, you shouldn't be at it. You're in the wrong spot. You're in the wrong place. But if you're having fun for your own self, then it's best time, eh? It's starting to rain, but I'm warm. You're throwing around logs, making YouTube videos, right? You're grunting and groaning and lifting a few things and gaining a bit of muscle for your own self. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna get a girlfriend too one of these days, if I'm not careful. And friggin' things are gonna get a lot better. It's not gonna be such a struggle every single time, every single day. Or maybe it'll get worse, we don't know. But I'm gonna make the right decisions this time. Right? You know, reminds me of the time I had a motorcycle ride out to Fernie, BC. Fell in love with a Mennonite out there. She had all homemade clothes on, a homemade dress on, and I fell in love right away. And we lost contact because she didn't use any form of modern transportation or communication. She said she's not on the internet, she don't use cell phones, she don't use the phone, she don't use nothing. I said, how do you talk to people? She said, I get on the horse and or the horse and buggy and I go over and I talk to them. I said, yes, boy. Alright? Anyways, we ended up falling in love. She said, I'd like to meet you again in the future. I said, well, how am I supposed to meet up with you again in the future, eh? We'll have to go down here and check all the ranches, See where you're two on your horses or what? She said, I do have a lot of horses too. I said, oh my goodness. She said, I said, how about I come back to the same club 2 Saturdays from now? Come down here on my motorcycle again and I'll give you a ride on my motorcycle and we'll cruise through the mountains and let our hair blow in the wind. If I had done that, if it wasn't a snowstorm that second Saturday from that day that I fell in love, I would have been married to a Mennonite and had a ranch with probably about 6,000 acres, 400 and something horses, probably about 17 children, all wearing homemade clothes, eating homemade bread, eating grain-fed chickens, grass-fed chickens. I'm telling you right now, if you're not careful, when you least expect it, that's when love happens. When you least expect it. He goes out looking for a girlfriend, you'll never find one. Next thing you know, when you're not looking, she gets right in your face and starts dancing with you with a homemade dress on. Next thing you know, you start kissing, sparks are flying, emotions are running high. I mean, anything could happen, right? Especially when you start taking care of your own self. And that's what I'm doing here lately. I'm off the coffee. I'm off the drive-through garbage foods. I'm working out again. I know I'm taking care of myself. And there's a few other little tweaks I can do to get in optimum health. And then watch out, man. You know, my future wife is probably watching this right now. And she's going to say, I'm going to get in his face with a homemade dress on. And that's going to be the end of his friggin' fun. I gotta say shout out to my daughter for catching her first few trout. She caught 2 trout, her first 2 trout ever yesterday. First day of fishing season 2026. Okay. She's one of my biggest fans. And this is how he gets up over the hill in 4x4. Hey, watch what you're doing now. Watch what you're doing. Or nine jumping. Hey. Shout out to all my subscribers that he's beating me out on the roads, in the streets of Newfoundland, and sending these nice encouraging comments on my videos, even if you're not in Newfoundland. That's what gives me the encouragement to keep going, keep creating for your own self. Never stop, never slow down. Even for the brush piles, go right over the brush piles if you got to. Hey, get up over the hill. Up what? Okay, we're here. Easy now, easy. Okay, we made it. Alright. Oh, we gotta load her up now. Now, boys, just like that, less than 3 minutes, we got her loaded up again. Let's throw the strap on her and keep her going. Well, boys, that's how much work you can get done without having to stop for a sandwich. But now the fuel tank is getting low. This fella got to stop and have a little bit of replenishment, and then the fun continues. Well, folks, it's time to finally calm down and have our sandwich for our own selves. Now that I got the garlic aioli sauce and the smoky honey mustard all over my shirt, all over my jeans, all over the new picnic table, it's time to get one more load down. I'm after getting a chill. The fog is rolling in and it's getting misty and cold, and I'm getting a chill right through my bones here. I'm here with just a slight sweater on, deep dive survivor with a burn hole in it. I gotta get some more apparel on the go, and we're gonna do one more load. I'm getting a little shiver on the go here now, and I can't push it too hard because we're coming down for a real deal Holyfield full day's work tomorrow with my brother-in-law Ted. Shout out to Ted for coming down and helping the fella on the farm. And shout out to Mom. Mom was down here last time I was down here too, and lifting around a few light logs and a couple of medium heavy logs and this and that. And I said, Mother, calm down. What are you doing? She said, Douglas, seniors gotta exercise too, you know. And I said, okay, bye, if you want to lift a couple of things around, bye. She said, I need to exercise too, Douglas. I need a few muscles. That's how he stays good, bye. And I said, yes, no, you're right, Mother, you're right. Lift a couple of things around if you want to, right? I'm going to show you the moose piles here now. There's two big moose piles right by the quad. And then we're going to get turned around and load her right to the nines again and get down out of this, get a hot shower and get a good night's sleep and get ready for a big day tomorrow. The flies are out too. Can you see the flies starting to eat my face? Check this out. Just look of it. And where's the other one? There's the other pile there, look. Just look at the piles. There's a big old moose up here, or a family moose or something. And I just made a partnership with a trail cam company. I'm not going to mention the name just yet because we got the camera. We're just waiting on the solar panel and the SD card to arrive. And then we're going to do a full-on video down here, and we're going to have links for you guys to buy it, and you're going to have discounts on them. And it is 4K high-speed trail cams. Catching the moose, catching the lynx, catching the rabbits, the squirrels, whatever goes through the clearing here is going to be caught on camera. And we're going to be having posts flat out of all the wildlife and all the fun and exciting things that are on the go out here. But anyways, I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this. And I got a major shiver on the go, so I need to get my gloves back on and get this quad loaded up. And we'll get down out of it and get home out of it and get a good sleep for ourselves here. Alright, let's get our last load of wood out of here, folks. It's 10 to 7 in the night now. We're only here a few hours having a laugh, and you've seen how much I got done. Show you how fast I can load up the trailer now. Just watch this. Just watch this. Just look how it does this. See how light the air? They're just like drumsticks. It's easy. Dry for 1 year, and you can throw them around, my son, like no nothing else. But I can tell if you had a few full days down here, you could see major progress. It's hard to get a full day at what you're at, right? There's so much on the go. Not a huge trailer either, so only take the load that you put on it. It's all dry wood. I'm stacking it up, letting it dry for a year, and it's ready to burn. Ready to go right in the wood stove for when you're up to the cabin reading a romance novel and getting cold because you cuddled up underneath the blanket there and having the glass of Chardonnay for your own self. I know how you bees add up to the cabins. I know how you bees doing. Right? I haven't seen the moose there yet, but he leaves a pile, fresh pile for me every time. Last time I was down there, I had it all over my sleeves and my shoulders, and I was covered in it. I'm telling you right now. Oh, there's fires that on there like that there. It catches hold to it. And he catches a hold to it. Fires it on just like that. It's easy. Come on. Get on the trailer. Get in your home. Get where you're supposed to be. Come on. Get on there. Now she'll take a couple of more. Like this one here. And a couple of more like this one here. And probably even this one here. See? Just like that, man. High speed. How long did it take me? 2 minutes? I will put a strap on she. We'll put a strap on she. We're gonna throw one more on, boys, for good luck. Oh yeah. It's a freaking heavy one, man. Now get on there. Get on the trailer. Just look at it. Oh. Put a high-speed strap on it, and that's how long it takes to get a load down onto the road. Just drop it down like this here, loop it around, up and underneath, bango. Every single time it works, every single time. Now folks, I'm gonna have to, I'll have the tripod with me next time. We'll bring the drone down. And the next time's going to be tomorrow. Don't be long warming up again when you're doing a little bit of work, right? Just look at the fine load we got onto our eye. Alright, let's get it down over the hill, stacked up and ready to go into someone's wood stove. And just look at the gas gauge. She's been working all day and never budged. She's still full. Now she'll take a couple of liters because she can take a few more liters above the full mark there on the old gauge there, right? But still, man, like, you can work these friggin' quads all day long and not have to worry about fueling up in the middle of it all. I know this because I used to work in seismic out in Alberta. I had a quad just like this, and my driller, we were drilling holes and loading them with dynamite. So the driller had a 5-ton Mack truck with the drill rig on the back, and it was a tandem truck, right? And we had the 1,200 gallon sorry folks, that's a bit too loud in the video. We had a 1,200 gallon water tank with a 30-foot derrick onto it that would stand up at each hole, and if the farmer's fields were flat enough, he'd leave it up and we'd just pin it from hole to hole, and every 50 meters we would drill a 40-foot hole, and then I would prepare the charge dynamite with a cap and load it down into the hole and plug the hole, and then the blasting crew would come behind us and blast like 50 or 100 holes at the same time, and that sends a major vibration down through the earth, and when the vibration comes back, they can tell if there's any voids. They can't tell if it's oil and gas right away, but they can. A lot of times they'll do further testing, and they'll be able to see where the oil and gas is too. Sometimes it's just a big void of water, but that's how they find the oil and gas. One of the methods anyway. And anyway, I had a brand new quad just like this for that job, and the driller Ken used to say, "Drive it like a stoler, young fella, and don't be getting lost. Just watch where you're going to and keep the landmarks in your memory, and keep up. For God's sakes, we're going to drill about 135 holes here today. And we might be going through the Hutterite colony too, but that's another story for another time in another video." But anyways, yeah, I would drive the quad as fast and as hard as I could for 10 hours straight and not have to get fuel until the end of the day. There'd still be gas left in it, never ran or dry. So I know how good and reliable these quads are, and heard so many stories of fellas leaving their Hondas out in the woods, not even throwing a tarp on it, and go back 2 years later and just rattle the key at it and she fires right up. So they're built to last, they're reliable machines, really good on fuel, and you know, it's a lot of fun, as you can see. And the flies are eating me alive here. Holy. Alright, let's get her down, man. Let's get this load down. We got to bring some fly dope with us tomorrow for sure. Now folks, just look at the load of wood I got hauled down here in one day. In just a few hours. Down here by myself. Arsing around. Having a blast, making a YouTube video while I was at it. Imagine how much I could do in one full day, 8 or 10 or 12 hours, going full bore, right? That's what we're going to try to do tomorrow. And we're going to get the wood chipper going, and things are really going to start happening fast out here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We're going to see you again very soon. And hit the like button, subscribe, share this with your friends if you thought this was a good and funny video. And there's many more to come. Deep Dive Survivor. See you on the next one.